The road to Winston-Salem rattles on here in the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Basketball Championship Tournament. Mike Waddell of the North Carolina Sports Network, now joined by Brian Robinson. He's the head coach of the top seed in the West, the Bishop McGuinness Lady Villains women's basketball team, 27-2 after a big win, 60-42 over Mountain Heritage in the Sweet 16 on Friday night. And Coach Robinson, congratulations to you and the Villains.
Thank you very much. We're excited to be back in the Final Four. Our girls definitely were shooting for this mark early in the season, and they've reached it. And now hopefully can just go finish the job, win these last two games.
Coach, you won your sixth straight game on Friday night, led Mountain Heritage 30-23 at the half. But tell me about that halftime speech, because, wow, a 25-point third quarter, and quarters in high school basketball are not like the NBA. They're not 12 minutes, so that's a lot of scoring to get done in a single quarter.
It was, and, we had a 30-14 lead with 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. And Mountain Heritage made that run at us right at the end of the half. And we talked about, just controlling your emotions at halftime, setting yourself down, not trying to do everything by yourself. And once we did that, play some defense, rebound the basketball, it just turned into our offense. And, yeah, you're right, 25 points is a lot for a quarter. But when you play defense like we did last night, it does turn into offense. And we were fortunate to hit some shots and get that big lead going into the fourth quarter.
NC State signee Adelaide Jernigan coming in with 33 points. Claire Sullivan added 15. Jenna Moore, a third villain, in double figures with 10, and Olivia Stone with 2. That made up all of your scoring. Any concerns that only 4 of your team are getting into the scoring column, or are you very comfortable with how everything is going on, given that your team's 27-2?
No, it comes and goes with us with the scoring sometimes. It just matters how the defense is playing us, and they were giving us certain things last night, so we took them. But like for players like Morgan Aho, who didn't score last night, she had like 12 or 13 rebounds for us. Lanny Hefter came in last night, played really great defense for us. Those things don't show up in the stat line sometimes, but those things are very important to us, and us as coaches know that. And so, scoring is great and everything, but doing your job, rebounding, defense, those things are very important, and that's why we won the game last night.
Brian Robinson, head coach of Bishop McGuinness women's basketball, with us here. His team 27-2, as we said, on the 24-25 campaign, but they're also 5-0 on neutral courts. And now, after playing their games at home, Bishop McGuinness will move on to the Lawrence Joel Veterans Coliseum in Winston-Salem for the regional finals against a familiar foe, Coach Robinson, in the Cherokee Braves. They win last night. They advance on to this round, which has become a familiar refrain, Cherokee and Bishop McGuinness in the state championship playoffs.
It is. I think since 2010, we played them this will be the 6th time we played them in the playoffs, 7th overall. And every game we played them has been overtime, last few minutes of the game. A play here, play there, someone wins. It's always great playing against this group because they play hard, they play well, they're very talented as always, and we know we have to be at our best to play with them and to try to beat them. And so, again, we're looking forward to it. As you go through the playoffs, it doesn't get easier, and obviously we have a great opponent in front of us. And again, we're just happy. We're happy to be there, and we're happy to have the chance to play them and have an right to go to state championship.
Cherokee now 26-2 on the season. They the Albemarle in the Sweet 16 on Friday night, 69-50. But when you look at these two teams, Cherokee and your Bishop McGuinness squad, the tale of two different types of offenses. Tell me about the difference between Cherokee and Bishop McGuinness, because your team can explode for points. You're averaging 61.6 points per game. Cherokee averaging 81 points per game. Is that more of a reflection on the competition that you're playing throughout the year, or is there a real difference in the way that you approach the game from the Braves offensively?
I think it's a style of play. I think both teams are very talented. Cherokee, last year we played them in the fourth round. They turned us over 30 times, and they do a very good job with their press. They do a good job with their traps. The year before that, we handled it very well. I think we turned over maybe 12 times against them the year before that. So it's going to be, a matter of taking care of the basketball. when we play this group because they do a lot on that, and they're already talented enough to beat you in the half court. And then if you add that on top of that, it just makes it even worse for the opponent. So again, you can't let them beat you both ways. If they're going to beat you, they got to beat you one way, and it can't be off the press and off their half court and off their offense. So, we have a challenge in front of us, but that's the way both teams play. We rely on what we can to win games, but I know their style is very unique and they do it very well.
You have a strong athletics department there at Bishop McGuinness. What's the call to action to get everybody to come out for your game? There has not been a date or a time set up for that game that I could find online. That'll come out over the weekend from the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. But you need to make this a home court for the Villains and make it tough on Cherokee. Is that the plan?
That's going to be a challenge because every time we play Cherokee, we played them at UNCG 3 times. We play them in our area, the Triad area, the last 2 years, and their crowd has outnumbered ours 3-1. They bring everyone, and that's what makes the game so special with them because their crowd atmosphere is so great. It makes it feel like a college scene in there, and we have to be able to handle that because, again, we can't let all the distractions that come with that affect the way we play. And I think last year it did have an effect somewhat on us, being a young team. Now we're a year older, and we'll see if we're a year wiser now because, again, their crowd is really good, and it's really it's fun to be in that atmosphere playing against them.
That's Coach Brian Robinson of Bishop McGuinness. His women's basketball team now the top seed in the West draw of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Basketball Championship Tournament. They're on to the Elite Eight where they'll play Cherokee in Winston-Salem at the Joel Coliseum. Coach, good luck to you and the Villains.
Thank you very much.
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year. Shoot 'em my shot, boy, I'm long range. Me and the team on the same thing. Stayed down, never switched up.